Hello, guys. Gonna go live here on Father's Day. Maybe a little question and answer stuff. Hopefully, this is working. Um, See if get some people to join. Um, Try to do some question and answers on the chat. Hopefully, it's Father's Day. And hello, PB. How's it going? Hi from Portland, Poland. Wow. Yeah. See if I can get some question and answers going here for you guys. No videos for today. I did try to post a video, but the footage wasn't really good, so I just let it go. I just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and hi from the UK. Cool. Truck, how's the truck? I'm still waiting. I'm a guy's supposed to be getting the parts in Monday, so he's gonna give me a call and let me know what's happening there. Hopefully, I get my truck back soon. Thing was burning all kinds of oil. It was a serious problem. I had to get it taken care of. So, hi from Idaho. So yeah, that's the deal. Um, just want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day. I mean, hi from Louisville, Kentucky. But anyway, I want to try to do some question and answers. You guys want to ask me some questions, so I'll try to answer them for you guys. Um, yeah, hopefully, I get some videos going at the beginning of the week for you guys. Hi from Pennsylvania. Hi from New York. From Texas. I mean, guys watch me from all over the place. I mean, overseas and the UK, and it's pretty amazing how the internet works. Right from California, from Los Angeles, Lexington, Kentucky, Netherlands. Let it rip, potato chip. Big fan from Chicago, from the UK, San Francisco Bay Area, Western Mass. That's my up my way. See, keep the great videos coming. I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah, the baby dog's right under here, under the desk here. She usually follows me around. Netherlands, New Zealand, New York. She's a leaker, mama. She's a leaker. Yeah. Now look at this guy's watching from Ireland. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But anyway, I didn't have any videos today, so I figured I'd do a little live stream. Haven't did any in a while, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it goes good. A lot of guys like to come in here on the chat and look over the chat and whatnot, and that's all cool. That's what I'm here for. Like I said, I tried to post a video today, and it just wasn't good material, so I didn't want to post it. You post a bad video, you lose all kinds of subscribers, and it's not worth it. What's my favorite singer from the 50s? Well, I don't know about that. That's before my time. I was born in the 60s, guy. Hello from Colombia, Scotland. Wow. I mean, there's guys from everywhere that watch me. It's amazing. Amsterdam, Trump 2020. Hey, Trump. I think he's trying to change things. I'm a Trump fan. A lot of guys aren't, but at least I say where the platform I'm hoping for. Hopefully he can change some stuff. That's what I'm hoping for. Is he the greatest guy in the world? No, but at least he's trying. I mean, that's why I like the guy. I think he's at least trying. So need some more cooking videos. Yeah, I need to do some more cooking videos. I did a bunch of cooking stuff for the chickens today, and was trying to record that, and it didn't work so well. So the AC video should be coming. I haven't had a truck for a while, so I couldn't been able to do any AC videos. It's like the peak season right now. But hello from Pennsylvania, from Rochester, New York. Everybody's got different plumbing codes. Sorry about that. Yeah, everybody got different plumbing codes. Every area, most of the country's got the Boca code, follows the Boca code. My state's Massachusetts. We got our own plumbing code, so it's all different. You have to follow whatever your state, whatever your country recommends. I mean, there's different codes for different areas. But anyway, let's see if I can read some of this stuff. What's my favorite brand of a flush valve? I don't know. Whatever one works. The old brass ones were good, but um, I like the brass craft. That's what I've been using. It's easy to set. Uh, there's different flush valves. Use whatever you got available in your area. You know, they're all pretty good. Hello from Arizona, Pittsburgh. Wow, crazy. Hi from London. I get all my parts for my truck from the supply houses, basically. I don't go to the big pot stores. I mean, some of the stuff is okay, but most of my stuff comes from supply houses. Now, I overstock my truck. I got a big truck, and I got more stuff in there that I really need. I'm kind of like a pack rat type of guy. I need to just get less. That's what I need to do. So don't always follow me. From Canada. Yeah, I like the Ream rod equipment. I do like it. The problem with my supplier is, I like the PSC motors, and he keeps getting these X13 motors on all his equipment, and I'm kind of really getting upset with that because I don't really need all that stuff. I really like the basic, keep it simple, stupid method, and but I do like the Ream rod line. But I like to put in the basic equipment up my way. 13 SEER is what I want to go with. I don't want to go with 16, 18 SEER. I don't want that. We don't need it up my way. Down in Florida and Arizona, yeah, you need the high efficiency equipment. Up my way, we don't need it. It doesn't get that hot up here. What else we got going on here? What do I think about Daikin units? It's just like a Goodman. Basically, it's a Goodman, you know? We installed Coleman, good stuff. Coleman is basically York. That's what Coleman is. Hopefully they get away from the micro channel. I know they said up my way the 14 is getting away from the micro channel, and it's going to be a copper coil. But I'm still a little leery about the. Um, I'm still a little leery about them. The York line. Am I going to buy York? No time soon. Is galvanized pipe being used underground in the area? No, we don't use galvanized pipe. Galvanized pipe is basically black pipe that's coated. You shouldn't use that on water. Anything underground should be either some kind of plastic or copper. I wouldn't use galvanized. Don't use galvanized. What's your take on aluminum pipe wrenches? That's all I use. Is rigid aluminum pipe wrenches. They're a lot lighter than the steel ones, and they're much better off. Yeah, go with rigid if you're gonna go with a pipe wrench. Any advice on getting thrown into the plumbing service? I don't know what kind of experience you got. Plumbing is not an easy thing. You'll learn as you go, type of thing. That's all I can say. You're gonna learn as you go. Just try to stay humble, and you'll learn. You'll learn the hard way, just like we all have. I mean, if you've been doing it for 10 years and some of these guys been doing it for 30 years, the guy that's been doing it for 30 years had more problems he figured out, and he's a better mechanic for the most part. You got to put your time in. It's like a welder. You have to put your time in under the hood. The longer you've been welding, the better welder you'll be. Same thing with plumbing. The longer you've been doing plumbing, the better you'll be at. The more mistakes you'll had figured out, and you'll be better at it. That's just how it is. Any news on my truck? Well, the guy's supposed to be getting the parts Monday, so hopefully get it done, Tuesday or something, get my truck back Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'll start back up again. I'll start, I got a bunch of calls, backed up calls here, and I want to get going on it. See, ask me some questions here, guys, and I can answer some stuff. Chickens are doing okay. They don't really like the hot weather. It's probably like 80 here today, and they're coated with feathers. I mean, they don't like the hot weather. So all I can do is try to give them water, and they try to hang out in the shade, and that's what the chickens do. Hey, I appreciate the super chats, guys. I really do appreciate that. And I got some guys that came on the Patreon. I do appreciate that also. Um, every little bit helps. This guy's got to get blocked. Block this son of a bitch. You're blocked. You're blocked, bitch. Twisted. Mickey, you're blocked. We don't need trolls in here. Yeah, we don't need that. I don't go for that stuff, I don't really need the trolls. Guys come and start a bunch of trouble and try to get a rise out of me. Just block them. I don't need the aggravation. That's how I go about handling idiots like that on the internet. And that's all what they are. Just flipping kids, idiots trying to get a rise out of you. It's done. I block them. I'll never see them again. That's the best way. Don't feed the trolls. I always tell people that. Don't feed the trolls. They start coming around. Don't interact with them. Just block them. That's the best way to deal with them. That's my model. That's what I think, and it works for me. I don't need the aggravation. I don't need to come on here and try to get riled up from a little snotty ass little kid down in mama's basement. Ain't happening. Like how I'm blunt with people. I don't know if I'm blunt with people. I just kind of tell them the way it is. That's my personality. I like to get to the point and get the job done. Um, do I try to be, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. I just that's how my personality is. I like to get stuff done, get it done. People ask me questions, I tell them how it is. Do they get bum hurt sometimes? Yeah, they do. I mean, it's just how it is. Most people understand how I am, and that's the way it is. That's the truth. Can't handle the truth. Whatever, guy. Why do you wear gloves? I could never figure it out. I've been wearing gloves for the longest time, them blue gloves, man. And I tell you, it really keeps my hands clean. Some of the stuff I come across is just nasty. And it's always worked out good. It's always worked out good for me. So I don't know how long this live stream is. 15 minutes or so. The guys start swearing, make all kinds of nasty comments in the chat. I'm just gonna block them. That's just how it's gonna be. We don't need all them trolls in here. Anyway, see, what do I think about 407C? I have a bunch of 22. I haven't been using any of the blends. Um, I don't believe on adding stuff on top of 22. That's against the law. If you're going to do anything, you're better off pulling it out and putting in the stuff fresh. But a lot of guys are just probably just adding that stuff right on top, especially if it's a leaker. Um, that's probably what's happening out there. I'm not doing that. I got a bunch of 22. I probably got I don't know, 15 containers in my garage, so I'm good for a while. I'm good for a while. But the blends are okay. I mean, that's the thing of the future. Unless Trump brings back 22, hopefully he does. That was a good refrigerant. I mean, a real good refrigerant. And my thoughts on the whole phase out of R22, I think it's crazy. It's got a little bit of chlorine in it. What about all these pools? They got chlorine and they're dumping chlorine in these pools like continuously. How come they don't ban that? They banned 22 because it's got a little bit of chlorine in it. Ridiculous, flipping ridiculous. Hopefully they bring it back. I mean, it was a great refrigerant, easy to charge. The 410A is not as easy to charge because you can overcharge it really easily. Um, 22 is good. Who is this idiot? Yep. You know you made it on YouTube when you get all the trolls coming after you. Boy, the chat's really cooking here. See if I can block this son of a bitch. There we go. Done deal. Do I still drink beers? Yeah, I drink beers once in a while. I like to having a couple of cold beers at the end of the day. Yeah, I do. See what else is going on here. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah, I always say that. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah, it's all part of it. You know, they come in here to try to get attention. Their channel is trash. They ain't got no subscribers, so they come in here and start all kinds of trouble and try to get views and subscribers, and they're just a bunch of flipping kids and losers. I mean, that's what it's usually about. Do you sell the chicken eggs? Yeah, I try to sell them. I get a bunch of free stuff from the meat market. I go and I get all kinds of lettuce scraps and meat, and I grind up and cook up, and I feed my chickens basically for free. So I got a whole bunch of them, and it's kind of a hobby for me. I take care of the chicken. There's something about raising animals and taking care of animals and try to do the best you can for them. It's kind of like it's a hobby for me. Yeah, and I like the eggs, and I give a lot of the eggs away to the people. I get a bunch of bread from the bakery too. I usually give the chickens bread, and I give them guys eggs. So basically, I do sell a bunch of eggs, especially to the Chinese people. They come and buy dozens and dozens of eggs, like 20 dozen at a whack, and I do good with it. So it's been a lot of work. The chickens. Um, do I enjoy it? Yeah, I do enjoy the chickens. But you have to kind of, it's a lot of work. Is it worth the time and aggravation, and it's going to cost you money to raise chickens, basically. Tape and dope. Depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I use tape and dope on a joint. Um, Depends, Any more ducks? No, I got rid of all the ducks. They were too much work come winter time. They drink so much water during the day. Ducks are great if you got a pond and you can just let them, roam around and bring the food out there. That's great. But where I had to bring water to them. I was bringing 15 gallons a day of water out to them ducks. And come winter time, it was just going to be too much. So I had to get rid of them. And man, they really do. They let it rip, man. A lot more than chickens. A lot more work than chickens ducks are. But they were pretty cool. But I had to get rid of them before the winter came. It was just going to be too much for me. How do you feel about Peck's Shock Bite? Peck's is good. It's got its place. Shock Bite, I don't recommend using Shock Bite at all. That's more of a homeowner quick fix type of thing. They're expensive, and I've seen them blow apart like crazy, especially on freeze ups. I mean, not good. I wouldn't recommend Shock Bite at all. It's just an O ring in there. It's an O ring, and they leak. You know, I basically, I started out in the union, so I did a lot of commercial work, and I did that for like 12 years, and then I went residential. So I've been doing residential for a long time now. So I went on my own, and that's basically where I came from. So I got a little background of the commercial, uh, you know, schools, hospitals, type of thing. So I know how to do all that stuff. But I like the residential. That's kind of like where I thrive, and I like that. I like doing that. I like being a one man show, going around doing service work. So, what's your favorite plumbing job? I don't know. I kind of like plumbing. Plumbing is a cool aspect. I do heating and air conditioning also, but plumbing has got its challenges, just like anything else. I appreciate all the super chats, guys. Definitely appreciate that. Oil burners, I like working on oil burners. Sometimes it can be a challenge. Sometimes it can be tough. I kind of like the variety that I have. I got the Four Seasons, and I do a variety of different stuff and different videos. Some guys just do, HVAC and air conditioning and hot air. That's all they do, or heat pumps. But I do a variety of stuff. Camera I use a little Sony camera, something that's the Sony WX300 is what I use. You can use the WX350. It's got the 20 times zoom, and um it's got a good battery, so it lasts a long time. Some of these Sonys, the battery life is very short. You got to get something that's got a good battery life, and you don't want to be trying to video something and the battery goes dead. You got to keep changing. It's crazy. How's the baby dog? Baby dog's doing good. I appreciate that, Kim. I don't really like working on commercial units because I don't like working on rooftops. I don't like going up there on the rooftop. I'd rather work residential. I pull up, all the units are down on the ground in the house, and I just like residential. And I started out in commercial, and I didn't really. I always wanted to do residential. That's just me. I'm not saying commercial is a bad thing. You got to have your niche. Some guys like to be on a job for 3, 4, 5 days in a row. I like to have 5, 6 jobs in a day and bouncing around from different jobs. That's what I like. So that's why I like residential. To each his own. I'm not saying anything bad about it. That's just how it is with me. Yeah, I appreciate all the positive feedback in the chats, guys. And it's not easy to do YouTube videos all the time because you're kind of putting yourself out there. And you get guys that try to pick apart your work. I post the good, bad, and the ugly. I post everything that I work on, and sometimes it's not easy. I mean, no one's a super tech. Nobody's a superhero. We're just normal guys going through life and doing the job every day. And sometimes we post the stuff, and it's not easy. Not easy. I do the best I can. That's all I say. Like I say, I'm not a super tech. Never claimed to be. Plumber from Israel. Wow. Good for you. Starting your YouTube channel. Good for you. The no burst hoses. What I recommend something that's free flowing. You don't have a check valve in there. Some of them have check valves. You don't want that. You want to get something that's then you can put a regular washer in. Some of them they got to put these O-ring washers in. I don't like those. The no burst hoses. I want something that I could put a regular washer in and it has no check valve in it. That's what I look um, for a washing machine hose. Yeah, there's guys that watch my videos. Some of them are electricians, some of them are mechanics. There's all different people that watch my videos. Hi from Sweden. I appreciate the super chat, guy. Do I like football? I don't watch sports. I really don't. So I ain't got nothing against football. I just don't watch it. Brooklyn, New York. Oh, another question I get a lot is in a commercial building, we can't use PVC here in my state. So, excuse me. If you see me working on a commercial building or some kind of place like that, I can't use PVC. It's got to be copper or brass or cast iron. So that's why in the residential houses you could use PVC all the time, which is fine with me. Um, The only commercial place you could use PVC is like a hairdressing salon, or if you get a special variance, then you could use it. The reason being is the firefighters have always complained about if they ever go in there and that the fumes can kill them. So that's why they don't like it. They stopped that PVC. Now Rhode Island and the state over, they use PVC everywhere. So yeah, if it melts, it's toxic. PVC. What else we got here? Let's see if I can read some more stuff. No, the one over the bag haven't been announced yet. The guy usually calls me every so often from Value Test. The Value Tester guy, he's been my sponsor for a couple of months now. I really do think that he's got a great site, a great place to buy tools, heating, HVAC, testing equipment type of stuff. And he wanted to do, that little that giveaway for the bag, and he sent me the information. And he was going to send me the bag, and then I would have to ship it out. So I said, it's one more thing I got to worry about, one more expense. So he said he would take the information and he would ship it out. Um, so we'll see. We're gonna try this, see how it goes. If it don't go good, I won't do anymore. Um, we're just kind of going along with it. But yeah, no, definitely. Value Test is a good site. You guys should sign up over there. Once you sign up, and you can get a better price on it. So great company. If you guys need, any kind of testing equipment, gauges or anything, go check out Value Testers. I mean, it's a great site. See what we got going on here. What do I think about portable air conditioners with a window exhaust? Well, as long as it works, as long as it works for you, you get one that's big enough. Them are kind of like throwaway units. But if you're on the fifth floor and need a window air conditioner, um, I've heard they work good. I don't know. I never really bought one. So thanks, Gil, for the super chat. When you replace R22 with 410A, what do you use? The same copper line set in the wall? Yeah, if the line set's still good, what I do is if I'm going from 22 to 410A, I'll blow out I'll cut the line set and I'll blow it out really good with nitrogen. Um, and then I'll hook it up and I'll pull a good vacuum on the system. As long as it pulls a good vacuum, you get under like 500 or 300 microns, you got no leak. And I would definitely blow it out with dry nitrogen first. Try to get the old oil out of it, and then you'll be fine. I've done a bunch of them like that. Not an issue. Mega press on gas pipe. No, I haven't used any of that stuff. The Pro Press, Mega Press, all them different things. They got their place, but I'm kind of like old school, and like I said, I do residential work. I don't need the Pro Press for what I do in residential work. If I was in a commercial application, yes, I would definitely do the Pro Press in a commercial application, because if you got to drain down a 3-story building, it could take you, all day, 2 days to drain it. And if you got any kind of residue dripping or something like that, you can't solder. So the Pro Press shines in a place like that. Residential, I could shut the house off and you got 2 floors, you open up all the faucets and drain it down. And within 5 minutes, there's no more water leakages. The Pro Press fittings are expensive, but they got their place. I'm not bagging any of them guys. I think they have their place. And for what I do, I don't really need it. The Pro Press doesn't look as good as a solder joint. I've been soldering for 30 years. So, um, like I said, they got their place. I'm not bagging them. If I had one, would I use it? Probably. If I had the fittings and I had the Pro Press, I'd probably use it. Yeah, I've been using my whole house generator. I've used it a bunch of times. When the power goes out, it kicks on by itself. I mean, it was a good thing. I got that thing for a good price because my kid works at Lowe's, and I've been looking for a generator because I got sub pumps in the basement that need to pump. And if I lose power, I got to bring a generator out there, especially in the wet season. That's why I needed the generator. And it runs the whole house, runs the air conditioner, runs everything. So yeah, it was great. Um, they're a great thing to have because you don't know when you're going to lose power. Say if you lose it once or twice a year, that generator kicks in, boom, boom, you're all set, and it works. And then when the power comes back on, it shuts off. I mean, they're great. I heard antifreeze can eat O-rings. Yes, antifreeze, glycol in a heating system eats rubber. So if a ProPress has rubber in it, it's going to eat that. It just eats the rubber O-rings everywhere. So you want to keep it to a minimum, probably like 30, 33% glycol, and but it's still going to take a toll on the O-rings. Any rubber in there, any kind of zone valves that got rubber, flow checks that got rubber in there, it's going to eat. You're going to see crustaceans forming on the outside of that. It's just how it is. I don't recommend putting glycol in the system unless it's absolutely necessary. If it's freezing all the time, well, then you have to add it. Like a lot of these raised ranches where the raised ranch extends out the second floor, them lines freeze. The heating lines freeze where they go to that outer wall, and you have to put glycol in them systems or they freeze in the wintertime. So that's when I recommend using it. Other than that, I rather not use it. It has its place. Like I said, everything has its place. You have to look at the whole job and make a determination of what you need to do there. Um, Not everything is good for every job. Eddie. Eddie's a cool guy. What heating and cooling would you recommend? I don't know about that question. Yeah, I have to pay a bunch of money to renew my licenses. I got 11 licenses. So, some of them are $75, some of them are like $200. So I pay a lot of money for them licenses. Every year I renew them. Some of them I probably don't even need, but I just keep them all up. 1 year to your journeyman test. Good for you, Ronnie. You know, like I always say, every day's a school day. Just stay humble. And you'll be learning till the day you die. I'm always learning. I always learn new ways or tweak something a little bit, or this way I'm going to do it. Next time I'm going to do it this way instead of that way. You know, you'll be a journeyman for 10 years. You'll be a journeyman for 30 years. At 30 years, you're better because you made all the mistakes that you figured out how to fix. I mean, it's just how it is. Thanks, Zach. Rock and roll. No, but it's true. The longer you do something, the more experience you have. What is experience? Experience is you come across all these mistakes that you figured out how to fix. So next time you come across that mistake, you know what to do to fix it. And we've all been down that road, all of us. So at a 30-year mark, you've been through a lot more, aggravations and figured out things. Now, if you're in a shop where they've got a bunch of guys that can teach you, and you'll get a lot further quicker. That's why it's good to be in a big shop where these mechanics have been doing it for so long. They can give you some tricks and some tips. But if you're just starting out as a kid, first, second year, in your license, I mean, it could be a long, nasty road. But just stick with it and just keep swinging at that ball, and you'll hit some out of the park, and you'll get better as you go. That's what it is. That's experience. When they say experience, that means you've been through a lot and you learned as you went. Basically, that's words of wisdom right there. So if you just got your journeyman ticket, I mean, it could it's a long road. You'll learn as you go. I mean, just don't give up. Just keep trying. You screw something up 2, 3 times, you make it good for the customer. You might have to eat the shift sandwich, but that's how you learn. Nobody's a super tech. Nobody's a superhero. I see these guys. They post one video a week, and you look at him like he's a super tech. Yeah, he don't post the bad stuff. He just posts the good stuff. Does filming my job make it longer? No, not really. I just run the camera when I'm working, and it's not really taking me any amount more time. I do it basically for reference, and if there's a problem, I can look back on it, and that's why I do that. So I can't read all the chats. I'm trying to do the best I can here, guys. But no, I'm kind of enjoying this live stream. I didn't have nothing for today. Um, do I use an app when recording? No, I use a little camera. I use a little camera, and then I edit the videos. My cooking videos are good. I think so. Again, I just want to say thanks for all the super chats, and I just want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day. I only got one kid. I got one daughter, and she's really a good person, and I'm proud of her. She's done well, and I'm glad I'm a father. I wish I would have had a boy, but it didn't work out. So, what's with the train cap? Well, you don't like my train hat? I got a bunch of different hats. More chicken videos. Yeah, them chickens, they're pretty comical. I do, once in a while, I do a chicken video. I don't get a lot of hits. So I try to do stuff that gets some decent hits. Not everybody likes the chicken videos. Yeah, I got a bunch of classic cars. They're kind of like all in the back of the garage. I got to get them out of there. Maybe this year sometime I'll get them out and drive them. I mean, I get a ton of cars back there, all ready to go. So we'll see. You going to get a helper? No, I'm not going to get a helper. I don't need a helper. I've been working like this myself for over 20 years by myself. I don't need a helper for. I got the dog. She's all the help I need. I got nothing against Train and American Standard. I mean, it's good equipment. It really not available up my way. You get the supply houses up my way basically deal with certain equipment. And you flip them flies, little bastards. Yeah, so you have to get the equipment that's available in your area. I mean, it depends. Depends on the area that you're in. If you can get certain equipment, that's what I would go with. The equipment that you can get available. That's in your area. Everybody's different. I mean, down south, I mean, there's equipment everywhere, all kinds of equipment. Up here, not so much. I mean, we're kind of limited to different varieties that are easy to get to. At the supply houses. I like the Rod line. I mean, it's a decent equipment. I put Goodman in too. The equipment I put in for the Goodman, I never had no issues with it. Guys all complain about Goodman. Um, the stuff I put in seemed to be decent. So I work on a ton of Goodman. There's a lot of them up here. Well, there's a lot of leakers. I mean, I'm not saying they don't leak. They all leak. Every one of them leaks. Train leaks, American Standard leaks. They're all in the scrapyard. If they weren't leakers, why would they be the scrapyard? They all leak. So it's just how it is. Am I train wash? No, I'm not train wash. Some guys are. I ain't got nothing against Train American Standard. I think it's decent equipment. The only time you pull equipment out is when it's leaking. That's basically what it amounts to. What do I think about York and microchannel? I don't like microchannel. I had a lot of problems with it. Ton of it. York, Had a lot of problems with the York line. Hopefully they change and they come up with decent equipment. That's what I'm hoping. But I'll wait. I'll be on the outskirts waiting to make sure once the equipment starts being good and decent, well then I'll buy it again. But yeah, so it's warm here today. It's probably 80 degrees. I mean, I've been doing a lot of stuff in the garage. What I've been doing is I've been trying to organize and clean out my garage. There's so much stuff in there. It's ridiculous. But that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, organizing and cleaning everything up and putting stuff away. And that's what I've been doing. I want to try to, get stuff all put in its place and instead of having it all over the place. I mean, it's just how it is. How big is my garage? It's 40 by 44. And I think it's like the garage door is like 12 feet high. I mean, it's high. So it's one of those metal buildings. I can get carrier. Carrier is available, but it's a ways to get it. It's not like, the supply houses I deal with are like 20 minutes away. I can get carrier, but it's, probably 45, 50 minutes away. So I've been kind of trying to stick with the local guys, the local supply houses is what I've been doing. How do you keep track of your inventory? I got a big truck, and when I go digging through those bins and I'm having a hard time finding a pot, well, then I get a couple of more and I throw it in the bins. That's usually how it works. My inventory is not the greatest as far as having everything itemized and everything. That's how I do it. If I'm digging through there, and I gotta find a high vent, and I got no problem getting a high vent. Next time I go and I'm really digging and I can't find one, well, I know I have to restock and I throw a couple of more in there. That's usually how I do it. I have more stuff in there than I probably should. I'm overstocked, and the truck is like, driving around with 7 tons worth of stuff. I have stuff in there I probably don't even know about. Supply houses, sometimes, I have more stuff than they have, specialty items. But that's just how it is. I mean, like I said, I'm not the most organized person in the world. I probably should be and save a ton of money, but it is what it is. I get by. I manage. All right, so this what do we got here? 40, almost 45 minutes, but that's pretty good. I kind of like this you know this live chat thing. We'll see how it goes. 224 people watching. Chevy or Ford for the service van. I got a workhorse, which is basically it's a Ford or an International. Uh, it's an International motor. It's got some Ford parts, and I got that truck because it takes the weight. It's over 10,000 pounds. I got 14,000 pounds on my truck. So I had tried 10,000 pound trucks, but I'm always overweight, and if you get stopped, you can get big fines. So any P-pack units around your area? Yeah, a couple here and there. Um, I'm not a big fan of P-pack units. That's more of a I don't know. It is what it is. There's a couple of them here and there, but not a lot. Yeah, the Ford, Chevy, Dodge thing. I got nothing against any of the brands. Um, I have a GMC pickup truck, which I like. Some guys will bash GMC and Chevy. I had Ford in the past. I got GMC. It usually depends on the look and if I'm buying a new truck and what I think. I think that they're all good. Sometimes they get recalls and they take care of it. None of them are perfect, guy. These guys say Ford's the best. They're the best. Oh, you got to have a Ford. None of them are perfect. Some of them, like the Dodge, had bad trannies. I heard. Well, yeah, maybe it is what it is. I don't like to bag any brand. I put mini splits in. When I give prices on these jobs, I don't always get them. I'm not always a lowest guy in a totem pole, and we'll see. People call me all the time for free estimates. Free estimates. I don't go around. I don't work for free. Go around giving free estimates. I got enough stuff to do. I usually don't like doing stuff like that. You go give a free estimate, it takes you an hour. You don't get the job. It's a flipping. You wasted an hour of your time. So, do I do free estimates? I don't like people call me want a free estimate. I tell them I don't work for free. You know, I'd rather just sit around, you know, watch a YouTube video than run around and give a free estimate and don't get the job. It's a waste of time. If I know the customer and they want me to go give a price, yeah, I'll do it. People calling me off the cuff want a free estimate, I usually don't do it. That's how I am. I don't want to work for free. As you get older, you kind of know what jobs to go look at, what jobs not to. You can tell just by, talking to the person on the phone if it's a waste of time. It's true. That's all. What I say about experience, you can tell. You know, you want to waste an hour of your time, go for it. Run around for 40 hours giving free estimates. It is what it is. Why don't you start a big company? I never wanted to start a big company. I was happy just going along doing my thing. I got guys that I were brought up with, and they started big companies. They're multimillionaires now, and they used to lowball, outbid me all the time, and it's like them guys wanted big companies. I never wanted it. I never wanted it. I don't want a big company. I want to work by myself. Go do 5, 6 jobs a day, come home, and I'm happy with that. I don't need a big company where I have 5, 6 guys working. I don't want that. That's stress. That's headaches. How much, you want to make million, $2 million? Well, go for it. Get a big company, but you might go under too. Big companies is a big headache. A lot of employees, big headache. I could have went and bought all kinds of income property too. I had a chance of doing that. I didn't want it because of the headaches. It is what it is. You have to decide on what you want to do as a person. If you want a big company, go for it. Have a big company. You can do it. If you're smart, you can make millions. Um, you gotta have people. You gotta have people that you're only as good as the people you got working for you. That's all what you want to do. Some guys like being by themselves. Other guys want big companies. Go for it. Life's not all about becoming a millionaire. You can become a millionaire and not be happy with your life. I recommend that you do what fits you, what you feel happy with. Go with your gut feeling. All right, guys, it is almost 50 minutes here. I'm gonna stop the chat, cut this thing off, and it's been good chatting with you guys. And I'll definitely do more of these in the near future. So hopefully I didn't ramble on too much, and you guys enjoyed it. So 219 viewers, 80 thumbs up. I think that's pretty good. All right, guys, have a happy Father's Day and have a good Sunday, and I'll be posting more videos soon. Have a good day.